What is up, you guys? It's Switch JV over here again. It's a really nice day today, and hopefully things are going to start warming up. There's still a little bit of snow up in the mountains, as you can kind of see. Yeah, but I don't know, it's about close to 60 degrees now. And as you just saw, I went and picked up my baby. So yeah, it's time to start working on her again. I had to swap out the wheels that I got because the other ones were just completely gone. And so yeah, I put those on. They look really, really nice. I was kind of hesitant on, or questioning the size of the wheel that I originally bought. I originally wanted 15s. Went with the 16s because that's what all I could get in this bronze color. And it's pretty cool because the decals on the wheels match the paint, so came out really nice. The blue looks really good. I'm still wanting to get the blue lug nuts instead of the Skunk 2 regular aluminum, lug nuts. And for now, I have the seats in, just kind of sitting in there, and the panels, kind of sitting there. I'm going to take them all out because I think like next Friday or Saturday it's supposed to rain. And I was just kind of looking it over, kind of getting a game plan going, seeing what I got to do first, and that's basically bolt in this roll cage, get the windshield in, and then start putting all the stuff, that I got over the winter, like all the bolts, for the suspension, and things like that. Also got the engine over here still sitting where I left it last fall. Luckily I covered it all up, and it's I haven't taken that tarp off of it, but I think it held up pretty good. There's no holes or anything on top of it, so I still got to get those bungs welded on this thing so I could paint the valve cover and get this engine installed. And what else? Of course, all the glass needs to go in. This side over here, for some reason, when I was trying to get it off the trailer, is locked up. The brake pad is kind of clamped on there pretty tight, so I'm gonna have to see what the heck's going on there. I got to put the filler neck on, which I painted, and then put on all the bolts, the trim. I got to get to that. The fuel tank, empty out all that old fuel that's been sitting in there for a long, long time. But for the most part, yeah, everything is looking really good. It just, like I say, it just sat in there for over the winter time, and engine bay still looks pretty nice. A lot of these bolts that are on here, I bought all the bolt undercarriage bolts from 100 Proof Hardware, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Put that on next. So I'm going to probably jack it up, take the wheels off, and get it ready to go. But yeah, this is how it looks right now. This thing looks really, really nice. So yeah, and we're still on the coronavirus quarantine, so no better thing to do than work on your car while you're having to stay home. Only bummer is I'm really not working right now, so I don't have the money to buy new parts. But like I say, I have a bunch of stuff already that I got that I can put on, and just kind of I can still put the engine in, do that work, run all the lines, stuff like that. Hopefully I can come up with some more money and buy more parts. I've been selling stuff on eBay, making a little bit of money doing that, but it's not going to be enough to pay all the bills at the house and buy stuff. So yeah, but here it is. We're gonna start working on it. Here is, God, I'm not even sure what part I'm on already. Part 14, I think, or something like that. But let's go. So a lot of you might remember a couple of videos back, I reskinned these mirrors that used to be just the black ABS with the carbon Kevlar. And then today what I did was I went ahead and just painted the base, because this part right here used to be kind of like a fake carbon fiber look. And so yeah, I went ahead and sanded them down and painted them. And what I did as well was I gave this another sanding, made it flat, and gave it another clear coat over the whole thing, as well as the bases. I'm still debating on whether to paint this area right here, this outside part, because it's two pieces. Paint this the same color as the car. I don't know yet. I'm kind of just on the fence whether I want to do that or not. But the mirrors themselves look really nice. Again, you know, they sell these online. I can't remember the name of the company that makes them, but a set of Kevlar mirrors were like $500. And I made these out of some scrap Kevlar, carbon Kevlar material. And the mirrors themselves, I didn't pay a lot of money for them. I think like maybe $80. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, so they fit perfect. They bolt right on. Although they didn't come with the hardware. I just went to the hardware store and I spent like $4 or $5 and bought all the screws that needed to mount everything together. So yeah. Alright, so there is this bottom area bolted in. Just got to do this back end, but I got to take off these rear tires or wheels to access the area underneath. So hopefully with that metal plate underneath, it'll give it a little bit more support. I mean, usually you're supposed to weld these in, but the metal is so thin underneath on the floorboards that it's, I think it's giving a little bit more strength putting that other plate down at the bottom. And these, I put these stainless steel bolts on there with the nylon locking nuts, so those won't back out. They're tightened up pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these other ones done, and hopefully that'll be it for the roll cage. So next thing on the list was replacing that old hardware. These guys. These are the stock bolts, and I went in ahead and ordered, as you saw probably in a couple of videos back, the hardware from 100 Proof or MPC hardware, MPC Motorsports. I got the lower control arm hardware with the black finish washers, and I went ahead and replaced. I think this one here is actually goes, or supposed to go, on that bolt, but I have that Skunk 2 lower tie bar, and the bolt is way longer, to accommodate for the connection there. But this bolt fits perfect here. It has the same thread. It's a little too long, and maybe I might just kind of trim it down just a little bit. We'll see. I mean, that doesn't look too bad, but yeah, that gives it a better look than these old tired guys right here. I have 3 more for the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and replace those as well. But while I have this tire off, I got to figure out why. And I think I know why. I think this e-brake connection here is too tight. I might have put it on wrong because it doesn't turn at all. So I got to pull this apart again and put it together right. I also went ahead and had painted this guy last summer, and I put it on. I just got to get the bolts to bolt it on, and then a couple of nice clamps to go on that end, and that'll be done for that. And there's some clamps that go right here somewhere that I have that I got to put on. I had painted those black, so that way that kind of holds that in place there. But I got to wait till I get those clamps to tighten up those hoses that are there. But yeah, this side is done with the MPC bolts, and now I'm gonna see if I could work on this guy, loosen it up. So, after doing all kinds of stuff today, I managed to get all the bolts on the front end, all the bolts on the back end, got the bolts on the roll cage, so that's in, and started to put these guys on. And it's been pretty much a pain in the butt. So yeah, this is one of those things where you pay a lot of money for a carbon Kevlar hood, and then you're going to cut a hole in it. So it's kind of a little nerve-wracking. And after looking at a lot of pictures online, figuring out the best place to put these, I decided to go with this place. Excuse me. So I drilled the holes, and you got to put these guys in. You put them in, and then you got to figure out where to drill the hole in the hood so you can put these guys in. Of course, you put these in, and this part slides into there, and then you can see that kind of goes in, and that catches inside this little hole. I put it in and marked it to where it was hitting. on the hood, drilled the hole, used the Dremel tool, cut it out, put that in, put the screws in, and then I started adjusting this guy. You basically gotta see how long the bolt is. You just basically gotta turn that bolt all the way until it sits inside this area right here, so that way it slides in and catches inside that hole and keeps the hood down. Well, this is pretty much torqued all the way down, and it still was hitting. I couldn't turn it anymore, and the only way to alleviate that is to either drill or notch the hole a little bit further down, but that'll leave this area up here, so the hood will basically be flopping up and down. So you can see I've already drilled the hole on both sides. So it means on both sides it's going to be the same no matter what. And you have to make the hole bigger on this side because you have to put these bolts in to hold the latch in. And so I guess what I'm going to have to do next is basically get rid of this thing. And I'm going to have to actually make one to where the threads go a little bit farther up, and this little notch area just sticks up enough to where this will go and catch inside here. So tomorrow, actually Monday, I'm going to have to go into town and get a stainless steel bolt that is wide, about as wide as that bolt that was in here. This one's actually made out of aluminum. I'm not sure why, but trying to put it on, you can see the threads already are just jacked. And these are supposed to be like top of the line latches that you get, but look at the threads already. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make this piece out of stainless steel, and I'm gonna go get a bolt that's the same diameter as this one, and then either either heat it up and then like hammer this down so it's wide like this, or just grind it down and then drill the hole inside, so that way the threads, so this is just barely sticking up, but the threads go all the way up. Yeah, but that's just the way it's going to have to be, because I can't use this anymore, and I've already put the latch in on this side, so I can't do anything. Yeah, so I think I'm done for the day, and it's only like 5 o'clock. So I'm going to go enjoy my margarita. It is April 13th. What in the hell? Why is there snow April 13th? This is some bullshit. So yeah, yesterday woke up and there was snow on the ground. I didn't know that was going to happen, but it's a little bit warmer today, 30 degrees. But yeah, I went ahead and I did a little bit of work on it, not much, but I went ahead and ordered a few things for the car. I went ahead and ordered the stainless steel, 1/8 inch stainless steel sheet metal, so I can make the the pins, I guess, because the ones that they sent on the kit for this are not going to work. I also got a couple of 1/2 inch stainless steel bolts that I'm going to use to make the pins with as well. And the reason why I'm using stainless steel is because I don't want it to rust. And you know, you can polish them up and then give it that, and heat them up and give it that neochrome kind of look as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but definitely going to polish them. And ordered the Mini Cooper rotors. They're drilled and slotted to match these ones that I got for the back. And I had also went ahead and pulled the trigger and just bought the spoon calipers. And you know, I figured that that was probably going to be the most expensive thing left to buy on the car. And so I had the money. I've been doing a lot of work lately as far as furniture goes, a lot of custom work. So I had the money, and I was like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and just pull the trigger and buy them. And so I did. And then I got a message from the guy last night that he didn't have them anymore, that he sold them to somebody or something like that. So I was like, all right, that sucks. So I'm going to have to see if I could find somebody that has some. And all the ones that I've seen online have to be imported from Japan. Which is no biggie. I mean, the car's not going to be done for a while anyway. So I'm going to do a little bit more homework and see if I could find some today, and then order them. And another thing is I ordered the weather strip. I found a really good deal on the weather stripping that goes along the edge here. Brand new for both sides. So I went ahead and ordered that. I'm still debating on ordering the weather stripping that goes along this area right here along the top, because that one I did find online, but that one was actually quite a bit of money for just one side. It was like $180, and I think I paid $75 for the weather stripping for both doors. So I did decide on getting new weather stripping instead of using the old stuff, because it had some cracking and some tears and stuff like that. Another thing I gotta find are the moldings that go for the windshield on the sides here. I have the one that goes up on top, and the ones that go along the top here. I thought I had found them on eBay, but it ended up being just like a stick-on molding. It wasn't the OEM stuff, so I gotta keep on looking around. And so those things should be in hopefully within the next week or so. And yeah, so that's the update for today. And today, hopefully, it's gonna be nice or nicer. And yeah. I got a lot of work to do at the shop today. I got a couple of 3 custom orders that I got to do, so that's going to keep me busy. I got to find a couple of more things. I'm thinking of just ordering the interior harness, which is one of the more expensive things as well. I think it's like $800 just for that interior harness with the fuse block and all that stuff like that goes to the fuel pump and the rear tail lights and stuff like that. And another thing I have to order, the headlights. I'm thinking of going with the European domestic model headlights, which are the glass headlights without the nipples on them, but they do have the city lights, and they're actually adjustable, but you got to wire up all that stuff. So I'm not sure. I got to look more into that. Originally, I was going to go with the JDM plastic housing ones, but I don't know. Everybody has those right now, and the EDM ones, like I say, are full glass, so they might hold up a little bit better. They don't fade or chip like the plastic ones do. And did find somebody with the windshield, but I'd have to trailer the car about 2 hours away. Because locally, with the shutdown, a lot of the glass shops, or all of the glass shops, are closed right now. And I kind of debated. I mean, I could put it in myself, but I'd still have to go over there and get it, bring it back, and install it. And I'm afraid I might break it, just transporting it. So yeah, the windshield I found up there was like $150, and that was installed. So I might just go ahead and do that. But yeah. So yeah, this is what it looks like today. A little bit of snow on the mountain still, but for the most part, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead off to work and make a little bit more money.